Hey, everybody, how are you guys today? It's nice to see you guys again. And as you can see behind me, it is absolutely gorgeous weather here in Wisconsin again. Today is 3 days in a row where we've hit 60 degrees where I live here. And that is absolutely living the dream when it comes to February 22nd, 2024. So there we go. I've now logged that for anybody watching this in the future. You know when I made the video, aside from the date stamp on the video. But anyway, with that being said, it is beautiful. Next week, we're expecting some thunderstorms, followed briskly by temperatures in the low 20s and snow. That's what living in Wisconsin's all about, right? So, anyway, hey, the reason for the video today is an easy one. Believe it or not, I got a message from one of my Facebook group friends today, and the question was, hey, Blaine, I need your advice. I want to know what things I can do or what I should talk about when it comes to setting up a coin collecting group in the retirement community where I live. And I thought to myself, hey, that's something I have never really covered in a video. So today, we are going to chat a little bit about how I got started in coins, why I do what I do, and why I stay focused on what I focus on, and a little bit about the rest of the hobby in general so that maybe this video will help anybody who's new and getting into coins think about what it is they want to do and some of the things that I've learned through my 30 plus years of collecting coins. So let's talk about that, shall we? The reasons why you want to collect coins. First, I'm going to tell you really quick why I collect coins. I collect coins because my dad, back in 1989, gave me his coin collection of Whitman books. And in it were a whole bunch of coins from all sorts of different denominations: nickels, dimes, quarters, and Lincoln cents. And his Lincoln Cent album was by far the most full out of all of them. And, when he told me stories about these books, he told me that all of the coins in them came from circulation. Really cool. When you stop and think about it, we collect coins back into the early 20th century, early 1900s and stuff like that. Yeah, we're in the 21st century now, right? Anyway, we collect coins back into the early 20th century. And when you stop and think about that, the coins that he got when he collected were coins that he had pulled from circulation, and he got into it because as he told me, those coins represented stories. They represented a date and a time that he could remember where he was going back in time, or he could also remember stories that his dad told him about years and things like that when his dad was alive. So that's probably the number one reason why a lot of people get into coin collecting, if you want to call it such, which differs a little bit from reason number two. Coin collecting is done primarily out of a passion, or if nothing else, out of a desire to remember a past or look at a past. It has a sentimental reason to it. So sentimental is probably one of the reasons, the biggest reasons people get into coin collecting. It's why I'm in coin collecting, is because of my dad. Okay, and I won't get into it because I tend to get teary eyed and stuff like that about my dad. But he told me stories about some of the coins and the years and things like that, and he always remembered really cool stuff about some of the years and what it was that he looked for when he got change, all the way up until the 70s and 80s, and what he looked for in his change. So I think that's really cool. Um, the second reason that people get into coin collecting is monetary. Okay, and I don't necessarily think they start out thinking they're going to get into it monetarily, because I mean, most people don't say up and say one day, "Hey, I want to be a coin dealer." It's not usually what most people do, right? I mean, I know I never thought about actually buying and selling coins. I thought about collecting coins. And now I do a little bit of both, or, mostly collecting, but I still do a lot of buying and selling as well. So the monetary aspect of this is some people's motivation. They're going to get rich quick when it comes to finding a coin and change, and that's fine. Well, I'm here to tell you that that doesn't usually happen. Obviously, as you know, and it'd be nice if all those pocket change coins were worth $50,000 a piece or more, but it doesn't really happen. So you got two different real reasons why people get into coin collecting: monetary or sentimental reasons. Okay. And whether you get into it as a hobby, chances are the reason why you got into it is because you like coins, you think they're cool, and it's sentimentally hits some chord, I guess, if you want to call it that. So before you do all of that, whichever the two reasons you decide to do it for, sentimental or monetary value, you have to figure out three very important things. And those three very important things are quite simply put: number one, you have to figure out a budget. And the budget is the most important thing, because if you don't, I guarantee you, you're going to overspend and you're going to spend on stuff that you don't want to. And then you've got a problem. Number two, you have to figure out how much time you want to invest. I know I spend, in some cold winter months here in Wisconsin, I'll spend 8-10 hours a day sitting at my coin desk when I have a day off, just because it relaxes me and it's enjoyable for me to go through a lot of my coins. There are other days, the month of January here earlier this year, I didn't spend hardly any time in the coin room because I didn't have any time. I run a business, and the business that I run demands quite a bit from me, and I was getting ready to go on vacation. So anyway, time, number two. Number three, and this kind of directly relates to number one and number two. If you look at it that way, you have to figure out what you want to collect. So if you can figure out what you want to collect, whether it be paper money, whether it be coins, whether it be just one denomination like I do, I collect nothing but Lincoln cents, and that's just because I focus on Lincoln cents. I'm very good at it, and I've been very good at it for many, many years. And I'm very proud of that fact, if you haven't guessed, right? Um, I've collected other denominations, but not like I collect Lincoln cents. I mean, I have a couple of rolls of dimes, I have a couple of rolls of nickels, I've got a few rolls of quarters, old quarters, and stuff like that. But I really, for the most part, collect nothing but Lincoln cents. And that, in and of itself, is one good reason to pick what you want to collect. And mostly because, again, like I said, it relates to number one and number two, the budget and the time. But if you figure out what you want to collect, you will do one thing very well, and you will collect one thing very well. And as a result of that, you will get very, very good at one thing very, very quickly. You'll learn a lot about that particular denomination. And then what I suggest people do is, if you do that and you spend a while on that, then you start collecting something else. So do it in stages is my best suggestion, if that's what you're going to do. So with all of that said, you've got budget, you've got time, you've got what you want to collect, and you've also figured out why you want to collect. Now you kind of got this whole big ball, so to speak, of what it is that's going on in your world. Take that, put it all on a list, write it all down. And when you're done, yeah, that's my bird, right? Okay. Anyway, when you're all done writing it all down and you've got it all figured out, follow the list. Don't stray from it for a while, follow it. And make sure that when you follow that list, that you are true to it and that you don't go off the beaten path unless you want to. And in that case, then maybe it is what you wanted to collect isn't what you thought you wanted to collect. So learn a little bit about each denomination, learn a little bit about some of the paper money if that's what flips your trigger. And then modify your list a little bit if that's what you need to do. So there you go. I really, really hope that this little video, 10, 12 minutes long, 15 minutes long, however long this is, will definitely make you want to pick up coin collecting, learn about coin collecting. And if you have any questions, I really, really would love to answer questions. Put them down below in the comments if you would. Obviously, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel or join my Facebook page. I will leave a link to my Facebook page in the comments so that you can go there if you want and join my page. It's all about Lincoln Cents and nothing else. So if you don't want to do Lincoln Cents, then it's probably a page not worth joining unless you just want the information. But nonetheless, I will leave the link there for you. I would very much appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel and like the channel, and then leave the notification bell on as well, because that will definitely tell you when I produce more videos and more educational videos. So I appreciate you listening today. You guys have a good afternoon and enjoy the rest of the month of February. All right. See you later.